was able to discern my own internal guidance. I also found that speaking my mind and not sacrificing what I needed made me feel more empowered, although it created conflict. Despite this, I avoided the subject of divorce for as long as I could. The previous relationship I had left after meeting my twin had ended up with my boyfriend attacking me with a knife and then later hanging himself while waiting for trial. It was a horrendous time in my life, and inside I still feared something like it happening again, even though my husband was nothing like my example. Nevertheless, the pressure for me to leave was mounting. In fact, I could hardly stand being in the same room with my husband. I felt the pull to ascend, to embody my higher self and all that, and his vibration was simply draining me. In one way I was lucky that he was away a lot, one of the things which contributed to the demise of our marriage, yet on the other hand this just made the process drag on longer. In the moments that my husband was there I felt energetically held back, and it was only after the emotional release of GIFL, emotional freedom technique, which I blogged about here, that things shifted within me. What followed was nothing short of an otherworldly experience. Instead of feeling fearful or hesitant, one day I told my husband of my desire to separate confidently and calmly, and even if my voice was shaking and I sometimes spoke through tears, my words were loving, clear and full of understanding for him. I felt at peace, fully supported, with a divine flow of energy flowing into my crown chakra and filling me with wisdom, like I didn't even have to find the words myself. My husband's kind and calm reaction was the complete opposite of what I had expected, and although the separation did not immediately follow, this was a starting point. E92CC3E3DA6604936462A13CF7755B87. In the weeks that followed I initiated several such conversations, yet my husband refused to move out, and with 3 small children it seemed impossible for me to simply leave without knowing where I was going. Since no divine hand was going to come down and make the separation happen, I knew I would have to take some kind of action. However, when I tuned into my guidance I was told to be patient and to prepare. It would be easier for me to leave if I started organizing my finances, discreetly packing certain things and selling others on eBay. This was all part of the preparation. Little did I know my twin flame had received this same order too and had started to do this very thing. He was preparing to return to a life on lighter feet, as he said, selling items he had stored but no longer needed. The final 6 months of my marriage saw the return of my twin flame into my life, even if only through emails. Although it would have been easy to allow myself to get into all sorts of fantasies about a life together once I left my marriage, I knew this was not how it worked. So I viewed his encouraging words and presence more as internal validation for the choices I was making rather than promises of a future together. I knew I had to take these steps for myself, regardless of whether he chose to follow me or not. By spring of this year, the situation at home had become difficult, and I wondered what would be the right time to leave. The guidance was that I would know when the time came, and when it did, I would be left with no other option. So, I practiced patience despite the mounting pressure to leap into the new. And just like my guidance had told me, when the time to leave finally came, there was no mistaking it. The message from Spirit was so pressing and clear, like someone shouting "Go, go, go" at me, and the events that unfolded left me with no choice other than to pack my kids in the car and drive away. That was the end of my marriage. Almost 6 months have now passed since then. Although I am still dealing with the aftermath of the separation, I am well on my way to embodying my highest truth. No longer torn between my heart and mind. The strides that I have made spiritually and emotionally have been amazing and could never have happened with my husband's energy around me. And while I certainly did not leave my marriage to be with my twin, we are the closest we have been since our first summer together 13 years ago. Since he is still married, as am I technically, my integrity does not allow me to pursue anything other than a friendship with him at this point, yet I know and feel the love and passion between us every day, and I know those feelings will never disappear or change. I don't know what the future holds for me, or our union. All I know is that I am excited to see more of this journey as it unfolds. Ultimately we cannot fight ourselves, and if we seek true integrity within ourselves we will find peace from the endless questions and restlessness of not knowing how to deal with it all. It is within every single Twin Flames gift to live a life of purpose, love and abundance. It is what we came here for. For me, to be with myself in absolute truth, integrity and love, is to be with my twin. To allow this love to flow freely is to be with him. To love myself fully is to love him, to be with him. I have complete faith that if we are meant to be together we will be. In the meantime, I am happy to let the real me live. We hope this channel has helped you discover where to start on your actual paths. It's a good karma to put a like, subscribe and share. Leave your suggestion in the field below. With all the love to you.